broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
I'm the one who wanted that song. What's up? I'm Brandon London. Right here next to me is Derek Hagan. You guys are watching the AfterBuzz TV recap of Thursday Night Football. This is our first one. My former teammate, my boy Derek Hagan, is in studio with me right now. We're going to break down this game. We've got a throwback Thursday for you guys. We're going to call Greg Camarillo, former Miami Dolphin teammate of the both of us, and we're also going to talk to football game plans Emery Hunt, and he's going to help us break down some of the situations and storylines of this game. First and foremost, my man right here, D. Hagan, introduce yourself to the people, please.
What's going on, world? Mr. D. Hagan himself, Derek Hagan. I'm in the building, about to have some fun. Thursday Night Football. Hope everybody tuned in. It's a good game, and here we are. First show, B. London, man.
Tell them where they can find you on the social media, man.
Man, you guys can catch me on Twitter at DHagan80. That's Hagan. Don't get it messed up and put the E in on it, A-N, and then we can go from there.
I go by the name of Brandon London, and my social media, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff.
Just everything.
These days is too much to keep up with. That's at Cultured Athlete. Make sure you guys hit it up. Make sure you hit up the website as well, BrandonLondonTV.com, and make sure you guys show a lot of love to AfterBuzz TV because they give guys like us a chance to come out and let our voices be heard.
Man.
Do what we do, man.
We up here about to talk some football.
We're about to talk some football.
Ball.
We talk about practice. So here we go. We're gonna break this game down because throughout the game we had constant communication. We were talking about what was going on. We wanted to talk about. We'll talk about Johnny Manziel. We'll talk about is Andy.
Show me the money.
Andy Dalton elite. We'll talk about the pressures on the Bengals this year and our picks and our player of the game. But first and foremost, I want to get your thoughts on what you thought of the game as a whole tonight.
Man, honestly, straight up.
Yeah, be straight up, man. That's what we do here.
Man, the Bengals, they no joke.
No joke.
No joke. Who they say they're gonna beat them Bengals?
Okay, and why do you say that? What about that team tonight showed you that they're no joke?
Well, I would tell you first and foremost, just their defense. Plain and simple.
Okay.
They got guys. They're an all-around solid football team on both sides of the ball. We just look at their offense. Andy Dalton. I don't think he's that elite of a QB, but he's going to get there sooner or later.
Okay.
Then you got A.J. Green on outside. You got Mohamed Sanu. You got Marvin Jones. You got Tyler Eifert. And then you got a veteran offensive line up there. So really they're experienced. And then when you look at their defense,
you forgot the two back.
They got two-back system. But then again, that's just offense.
Yeah.
But I'm going to sit here and talk about their defense. They stacked. They're top 10 defense.
Okay.
They're holding teams to just about 18 points this season.
Okay.
So they're dominating on both sides of the ball. And for the first time, they know in Bengals history, first time in a long time. They've never done that before.
Not to interrupt too much, just to let you know, we got Greg Camarillo on the line.
Okay, so Camarillo's on the line. Yeah, he's on the line early. So
he's on the line.
We're going to talk to him, then we're going to go back to the recap because GC's got stuff to do. Greg Camarillo, what's up, man?
B. London, how you doing,
GC, what's up, baby? Hey,
there you go.
For all the people at home, this is Greg Camarillo, former Miami Dolphin, former Minnesota Viking. I don't know if you all remember, but he's the one that scored that game-winning touchdown against the Ravens to end that streak of losses for the Miami Dolphins. That's back before I got there. Just so we can put that out there.
Long before you got there.
So this is what we're going to call Throwback Thursday. It's Thursday Night Football. We're going to talk to GC for a little bit, and then we're going to get back to the game. But GC, I don't know if you watched the game tonight, or I know you've been watching the NFL season. What do you think of the NFL season in 2015 so far?
I am intrigued, man. I think it's the most undefeated teams they've had at this point in the season, which is interesting. I mean, it's going to create a nice little battle here come playoff time. I think a couple of them square off in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Was that New England and Denver? I think
New England, Denver. Then we have Green Bay and Carolina this week.
So we got some big games.
There's some powerful teams out there, and then there's some rising teams like the Saints that might make some moves in the second half of the season. So it's good, man. I like it. It's good for football.
So out of that from that AFC picture, who would you think is a top dog from the AFC? Denver, New England, or Cincinnati?
Oh man, it pains.
They're all undefeated now. They're all undefeated.
Man. The Patriots have been blowing people out. Unprecedented, just blowouts, just killing teams, and it's. Hago, you feel the way I do about that, man. We don't like the Patriots.
Nah, man, I don't like the Patriots.
Brady, man, and the stuff he does.
Right, I respect Brady, but the Patriots, they just known to be a bunch of cheaters, man. We don't like cheaters.
We don't. Come on now,
cheaters. Deflategate.
Hey, all right,
Tuck rule.
I don't want to.
What I say? What else?
Deflategate. GC. Have you ever seen anything like that? Like, come on now. Like, stuff happens in the football field. Stuff happens behind the locker room. Guys are trying to get that one up. If it's something like deflating a ball a couple ounces or whatever, do you really think that's cheating? Can you really call that cheating?
Look, man.
So if I took a steroid and I gained, a couple pounds, that made me just a little bit better at playing football, that's cheating. So in my mind, if you're taking a couple PSIs or whatever it is out of a football, that's just giving you that tiny little edge. And to me, that's cheating.
All right. So we're not. Let's not go.
They got caught.
Okay, they got caught. Okay.
Plain and simple.
They got caught.
It ain't cheating unless you get caught. Okay. And they got caught.
And they won the Super Bowl.
Straight up.
All right, they won the Super Bowl. And they're undefeated. And they're undefeated right now with all this scrutiny.
They did win the Super Bowl.
Hey, GC, tell me, what do you miss the most about playing football, being in the NFL and such? Give the people at home a little bit.
Man, that is an excellent question that I think about all the time.
Yeah.
One is free stuff. I had to purchase some workout gear the other day.
Oh, man. You were sponsored by Reebok when we were playing, right?
Yeah,
Reebok
man.
guy.
They didn't have the greatest gear, but they gave me a lot of it.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you two other things. One is just that feeling of making a good catch. And I know both of you have had that experience, and there's nothing in life that can give you that same feeling in the game or even in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might drop something in the kitchen and like make an amazing grab and make sure the glass doesn't break, and that gets you like 1/100th of the way there.
Yeah.
But just miss that feeling, man. And then the other thing is just like physically putting everything into a goal. Like, I was discussing something with the other day with a friend. I couldn't tell you that I've sprinted in the last 2 years. Like I missed.
Man, you putting on some pounds over there, man?
Nah, man, I'm losing weight, man. I'm trying my best.
Okay.
I'm naturally a scrawny little dude, so I'm trying to keep a few pounds on.
Okay. Well, man, yeah, you're not lying. There's nothing like missing being in the locker room, putting the pads on, and getting free stuff, man. Because I know myself, I was a Nike guy, so every week, I get on my little Nike Elite count and type in get all the stuff before everybody else got it. So
hey, the thing that got me GC was a couple months ago after I retired. I'm sitting in there, I'm talking to some people. I'm like, hey, you guys trying to go to the weight room? They're like, the weight room? Like, yeah, let's go to the weight room. They're like, no, we can go to the gym. Like the gym. I'm in LA Fitness with all these big swole people just throwing types of weight on the bench and all that. And I'm looking at the dudes like, yo, I will route you so bad right now.
Right.
I will route you so bad right now.
They don't work out like we work out.
They don't work out like us.
No.
Do you know the difference between the gym and the weight room?
No, you're the Stanford guy. You're the Stanford guy.
Come on now. Kick us some knowledge, man. Let us know.
Selfies. That's the difference. You don't take a selfie in the weight room, man.
Classic.
There's selfies every day that come out of the gym.
Classic. See, we dropped the bomb on that one like it was Funk Master Flex in here. We just dropped the first official AfterBuzz TV bomb.
Thursday night bomb on you.
Hey, GC, I know you got to get going, man. So we appreciate you coming on here. I'll probably text you, say the thank yous and all that. Good luck down in San Diego. You stay down in San Diego, right?
I'm here. Yep.
Hey man, come hang out, man.
Come on, hang out.
Come on down
I would
here.
love to, man. It's been a pleasure chatting with you guys. We got to catch up more.
No problem, man. And hey, you still got the dog, Ernie? You still got Ernie?
No, man. Ernie took he went and made it to dog heaven, man.
Yeah, same to Chica, man. Same. Our dogs used to have play dates together.
They used to kick it, huh?
But hey, I appreciate you, GC. Much love to you, man. Take it easy, bro.
Yeah, have a good one, man.
Have a good one.
That, ladies and gentlemen, that's the definition of a professional right there. That's Greg Camarillo, Stanford guy, undrafted guy, made a name for himself in the NFL, had a great career. And now he's just living that life.
It's life after football.
Life after football. It happens.
He did his thing while he was playing.
He did his thing.
So we went 1-15, and he scored that game-winning touchdown. And we needed that. We was that close to going 0-16.
Y'all party that night?
Huh?
You party like crazy that night? Down in Miami? South Beach. Ooh,
Partying?
I miss it. All right. So, all right, let's get back to the game tonight. Let's get back to the game because you were talking about how that you feel as though they're a dominant team. You feel as though they've got the weapons. They're stacked this year. But I just don't see – I didn't look at them tonight. I feel as though for them to be that team, to be able to run with the Patriots, to be able to run with the Broncos, I thought they were going to have to really beat up on the Browns tonight.
Well, they did that. The final score was 31-10.
Not in the beginning. First half.
We got to realize they're – coming off a short week. Sunday night, they just played Sunday night. They beat Pittsburgh, 16-10 Sunday night.
Yeah, true.
Then they're on the road in Pittsburgh. They travel home. Most guys don't want to play on Thursday nights. I know me personally, when I was playing, I didn't like playing on Thursday night. Okay. Why? For one, your body's not recovered.
Okay.
You're not ready to play. Normally, when you're playing football, it takes you about, Sunday, day after the game, from Sunday to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. By the time Wednesday come around, your body's still not recovered from Sunday.
Right.
So these guys are playing on a Thursday. Most of the times, Thursday, you think Thursday night games are going to be boring. Guys don't want to show up. Guys don't want to play. The only thing that's good that comes out from a Thursday night game is really having that chance to get that weekend. So you get to go off, do what you do. But you just never know what type of team is going to show up. And the Bengals, they showed up tonight. Obviously, the Browns, they are who we thought they were.
They are who we thought they were.
That's basically who they were. But it was two different halves. The Bengals played okay in the first half.
Okay.
But in the second half, they turned it on. That light switch hit and was like, yo, let's go. So we can't play with this team anymore.
They made adjustments. Yeah. And it was 14-10 going into halftime.
Right.
They outscored the Browns 17-0 in the second half. They had over 35 minutes of time of possession.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I get it. But it's the Browns. You don't have Joe Hagan. Joe Hagan didn't play, neither did Dante Whitner. That secondary was pretty banged up. They're throwing quick throws the entire game. Short passes and quick throws. You're not going to beat a Bill Belichick team. You're not going to beat a Wade Phillips defense with the Denver Broncos. You're not going to beat them with with short throws, ball control offense. You're going to need that big play. I saw no explosive plays from them tonight.
No, you didn't. They didn't have to do that. Why? Because they're playing the Browns. Plain and simple. They didn't have. You didn't even see their main guy, AJ Green, get off tonight. Where was AJ Green at tonight? He didn't do nothing. He didn't get off.
He had 4 for 53.
Well, that's
4 for 53. That's
not an AJ Green type game. Normally, AJ Green gonna give you about 150 yards.
Okay,
plain and simple.
I get it.
That's the number one wide receiver right there.
So Andy Dalton goes 21 for 27, 234 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's definitely a positive. Mm-hmm. That's a positive. They rush for over 100 yards with the dual back system that they use.
Yeah.
Marvin Jones led the team in receiving for 5 for 78. Eifert had 5 for 53 with 3 tugs on him.
Man, ain't nothing like getting in that end zone.
You heard dude when we were watching the game, like, I got him on my fantasy.
Right, he he was winning that fantasy.
He was winning that fantasy. So, look, the Bengals offense, I liked it. I liked it.
You gotta like their offense. Why? They're well rounded. Dalton finally has weapons around him.
He does.
He's like tonight. What did he do tonight? He was efficient.
He's very efficient.
He was accurate. And he managed the game tonight. He did what he had to do. He puts his team right now in right situations to help them succeed and win.
23 total first downs, 57% on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down. They had a total net yards of 371. As for the Cleveland Browns, this game.
Man,
they're the team that puts the brown bag on their head. Put the brown bag on there. Put the brown bag.
I don't know what to say. You Browns fans, I'm sorry. It just y'all can't get stuff right, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, it's just year after year after year after year.
Browns fans, these are some of you guys' stats this game. 13 total first downs. You only had 1 or 2 in the second half, and it took them to the fourth quarter to get that. 4 for 13 on third down. Mm-hmm. It's a dismal 30%. 1 for 2 on fourth down.
Yep.
213 total yards.
They just have no legit weapons.
No weapons
on offense. That's it. That's what it comes down to.
No weapons.
Now, we're not even gonna get into Johnny Manziel right now. Right now, we're gonna hold off.
It's
just the Browns.
Let me jump in real quick.
Okay.
I got Emery Hunt on Skype for you.
Okay, all right. We're gonna add our special. Somebody else coming on. Hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw different people at you guys. Yep. We have a football guru. He's the czar of football. This is Emery Hunt. He owns Football Game Plan, footballgameplan.com. I've done a game with them. We did Stony Brook versus Elon this past week. Emery, what's up, man? What's going on? I see you got the good background. Is that green screen in the back?
I know that's called product placement.
Okay,
there you go. He know what he's doing.
I like it, man. Hey, I don't know if this is Derek Hagan right here, one of my former teammates, Arizona State legend, NFL.
9-year NFL.
9-year NFL guy. So this is Emery Hunt. Hey, right now, Emery, we're talking about. Right now, we're just doing the game breakdown. So, what are some of your thoughts on the Browns-Bengals game for this Thursday night football game?
Well, it's literally the tale of two halves, because in the first half, you saw the Browns do a great job getting Cincinnati off the field. They were moving the football at times against this Bengals defense. The problem was it didn't carry over to the second half, where they got away from what worked. They didn't start utilizing Duke Johnson more in their offense, which I think they should do as a tailback. And defensively, they couldn't get those stops. And I want to say Tramon Williams had a bad second half.
Yeah.
And gave up some crucial third down plays.
And he gave up that touchdown on that slant go.
To a tight end. That did not look that fast. Didn't look like the best route, but you can't get beat like that.
You heard, I don't know who said, I think it was Rich Eisen. Someone said it during halftime, and they were saying how the coach says that the Browns defense, it's only a matter of time until they self-destruct. Guys on the reverse.
Right.
The end crashing in.
He didn't stay in his lane.
He didn't stay in his lane. He didn't keep us contained. We go back to Williams jumping on the slant and go. A 2-17, like they look like a 2-17, but you think it's coaching, you think it's players, like what is it? Like, why do they look so bad in the second half?
I think it's a mixture of both, and it's sad because I think the Browns have drafted well the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
The problem is when you look at, let's say, putting these pieces together. For instance, you drafted Duke Johnson only to not play him. You draft Johnny Manziel because you felt as though you needed a quarterback that can go out there and make plays for you. Yet you don't want to play him. You play him behind journeyman quarterbacks in Brian Hoyer and now in Josh McCown. You jettisoned a couple of receivers. You drafted a guy in Vince Melee from Washington State who had a very good Senior Bowl week. You draft him, cut him before the season starts. So when you look at the Browns as a whole, you have to look at the coaching staff and say, well, we're drafting very good football players. On paper, this team is talented. Why are we not turning the corner? And that falls directly on the coach.
Well, that's some of his coaching. But I would say the Browns, they've just been historically bad year after year. Yeah. Plain and simple. Yeah. That's just what it really comes down to. And it's not just the players. It starts from top all the way down. That's from the owner down to the GM, down to the players. And like you touched on, they've had some good draft picks over the years. But when you look at it, to win in the NFL, you need a quarterback. Yeah, and they've been, honestly, the Browns, since I've looked this up, since 1999, they've gone through 23 different starting quarterbacks since 99.
Dang. That's like my girlfriends. 23 girlfriends.
2 years ago, Brandon Whedon was a first-round pick. And 4 years before that, Brady Quinn was another first-round pick.
Man.
So you're drafting talent, but talent's not being developed.
But here's my thing. They don't have any weapons in that perimeter. Josh Gordon suspended.
Right.
Dwayne Bowe, who they gave all that money to.
He got paid, man.
He got paid.
Show me the money.
He did 3 for 31 today.
Right.
Brian Hartline didn't play today.
He's got concussed.
Andrew Hawkins didn't play today. Manziel's throwing balls to Gabriel. He's throwing the balls to Benjamin's pretty good.
Right.
Your star is Barnage, the tight end. Anytime your star is going to be a tight end, that's pretty rough. And that's going. Let's let that flow right into this Johnny Manziel conversation, because that's one of the topics we wanted to talk about today. So, what did you think? Oh, my bad. What did you think of Manziel's play as a whole?
I thought he played okay. I know the stat line won't reflect that, but that's a byproduct of what happened in the late part of the third and fourth quarter when the game was out of reach. But in the first half, I thought he played well. He was able to get the football out of his hands quickly. He took what the defense gave him, as they like to say, and that was exactly true. I think what happens is when you look at what he does well, you want to spread the field for him and make it similar to Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Right now they're trying to force a square peg in a round hole, and I think that's where a lot of these rookies that people want to write about, oh, this guy is a bust or this guy isn't panning out. Well, what made you draft him in the first place, and why not make him that guy? Imagine if they try to make Barry Sanders a one-down type of player, like, okay, come in, get a quick pass, and then get out the game. That's not his style. You have to give him the football. So you have to do what makes him successful, what made him successful in college. And I think that's what's going on with Johnny Manziel. They're trying to make him be this guy that he isn't, allow him to be Johnny Football, and I think they'll see a better player as a result of it.
Well, to add on that, I think they just have to let him develop. But we all know the Browns drafted Johnny Manziel to sell tickets.
To sell tickets, yeah. I agree.
Excitement.
I agree.
He's the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. They got to bring him in. The Browns, they need something to cheer about. And right now, they haven't had that in a long, long time.
I agree.
In a long time. So what they're trying to do, even though, let alone Johnny Manziel, he's only got 4 starts. This is 4th start of his career. What is it? He's 1-3 in his career in he hasn't played, in 4 or 5 weeks?
No.
His only victory this season was against the Tennessee Titans. That's, they got another rookie quarterback, Marcus Mariota.
Yep.
But Manziel, he's a different type of athlete, but he's gonna need time to develop. He's not, like I said, we can't put too much on him right now because I've only seen him play 4 times.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he plays with such recklessness right now. You're really not sure what he's gonna do because he's not that typical quarterback that's gonna stand in the pocket and deliver the ball on time. And tonight we've seen it a few times, but most of the time when he made plays tonight, it was outside of the pocket.
And that is what they need to do.
That's what they want to see.
15 for 33, 168 yards, 1 touchdowns. No interceptions.
None.
No interceptions.
Right.
He was only sacked 3-4 times, I believe. I believe it was 4 times he was sacked. And you saw at halftime, during the halftime interviews and the sideline interviews, Marvin Lewis was upset, saying we keep letting the quarterback out the daggone pocket. Out the daggone. I was laughing at that part because that's how we talk in the South. Yeah, daggone. But then you heard the Browns coach say that they want him to stay in the pocket.
Right.
That's not what he does. That's not what it goes back to what you were saying, Emory, about taking a round ball and trying to put it in a square hoop or something. Whatever. I don't know what y'all say in Jersey, yo. But it just goes back to that. Why not spread people 5 wide or go 4 wide with the tight end spread out, flex the tight end out, and give him space. Let him run around. Let him do what he does. Like, why does he have to fit some type of prototypical mold?
That's the way the coach wants it. I don't think Pettin's a big fan of Johnny Manziel. I think he likes McCown a whole lot more than Manziel, just because McCown's he's that vet. He's that 36-year-old guy that's been around. He's played for a few teams. He's actually, I thought he had a great year a couple years ago when he was in Chicago.
He's having a pretty decent year this year.
He's he got hurt this week. If he didn't get hurt on Sunday, he probably would have been playing tonight.
Exactly.
But that's what it's all about. When a guy gets hurt, somebody else has to step up and come in, and obviously Johnny Manziel is a first-round pick. Eventually, they're gonna have to play him. Why? They've invested money in him.
Gave you too much money.
The Browns know they're not going to the playoffs this season. You're not. That's it. Your season's over. 2-7. 2-7. You're in the AFC North. You're dealing with Pittsburgh. You're dealing with Cincinnati. And you're dealing with Baltimore. Even though Baltimore's having a down year this year, but their season is over. Give Manziel a chance to develop, and let's just see what he can do from here on out. don't put McCown back in right now. Even though McCown, he's able to make some plays, but I want to see Manziel just a little more.
Coach Hunt, we're gonna call you Coach Hunt right now because we're gonna make you the interim head coach of the Cleveland Browns for the rest of the year. What do you do with Johnny Manziel for the rest of this year?
Oh, he starts. Duke Johnson starts in the backfield. Justin Gilbert starts out on the corner. Nate Orchard starts at outside linebacker. And I'm also starting Abraham Campbell at strong safety. The reason being, all of those are first year or rookie guys that we've drafted that are not seeing the field.
Okay.
And these are really good players. So I'm putting all these young guys out there, getting them game experience. You guys know this as well as anybody. You get better by playing. You don't get better by sitting on the bench watching football. So you got to be out there going through your negatives, going through your positives, learning how to work well with the guy next to you in a game-like situation because you can't fake live at practice. So, these guys got to get out there and play, and that will be the first order of business, these guys getting out there and playing and, do what they do well. Let's say Johnny Manziel operates out the spread. Fine. We'll go 3 to 4 wide receivers with Duke Johnson in the backfield, and we're going to create space for him because he can do a great job making one miss in the hole and also out in space. Manziel has those big passing windows because we spread the field out, and we're going to go play offensive football like that.
Yeah, you must have Duke Johnson on your fantasy
he
or
might.
something, man. But y'all homeboys or something?
It's a shame because you see a guy at Miami that's the all-time leading rusher in that program's history, which is illustrious history. Going back to Otis Anderson, and all the way down to Edgerrin James and all those boys.
Hold on. Miami has not been relevant since about 2005, 2006.
He's
okay. Sorry about that.
He's in the books. He's in the career books.
Yeah, so he's a baller. He's a baller.
And I think he does a great job on both ends of offense. He can catch. You saw right there, he caught a touchdown. I think the only touchdown they had in that game. So he can help you out on both ends of offense. And I think you limit him or you make him predictable when you bring him on the field to spell Crowell. So now you're predictable offensively by formation, by personnel, and that's another reason why they're struggling offensively.
Okay, right. Well, let's go to the counterpart because the guy that Manziel had to go up against, this is a guy that's got a lot of pressure on him, Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
So I asked Hagan earlier. I asked him the question, is Andy Dalton elite? I'll ask you the same question before we go into talking about Andy Dalton, his performance tonight, and his performance throughout this season. Is Andy Dalton an elite quarterback?
Elite, that's a tough phrase. I would say Andy Dalton can win you ball games.
Exactly. Thank you.
I don't need Joe Montana to win Super Bowls. I just need someone that's not afraid of pressure, someone that's going to protect the football, and someone that's just going to keep our offense on pace. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. And that can win you games. It has won Flacco games. It has won Colin Kaepernick games. They've gotten to a Super Bowl, and I just need you to play efficient football and come through when we call on you to come through in certain situations, like in the red zone or maybe on third downs, those type of plays. And he's doing a great job this year. He hadn't in the past. So, especially in the playoffs. So we shall see moving forward. But right now, I'll take Andy Dalton to quarterback my team.
Yeah, he's efficient. That to be on elite status, there's probably 4 or 5 elite quarterbacks. Brady.
Yep.
Manning.
Yep.
Breeze.
Yep.
Luck when he's not injured.
No.
And Rodgers.
Rodgers.
That's it.
Russell Wilson over Luck.
Oh no. Russell Wilson.
We can't go off base.
Okay, but
yeah,
back to Dalton.
Elite,
to him being elite, no, he's not elite. I think he's in that same category as like Eli Manning and Flacco, like you were saying.
Okay.
He's right there.
On
but
the cusp.
The thing about it is, Andy Dalton right now, he's a regular season quarterback. He's not a playoff winning quarterback right now. Why? He's 0-4 in the playoffs. The Bengals, they've been horrible in the playoffs. They've had great regular seasons, but now what I want to see out of them is what can you do in January? I'm tired of that's just like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowboys get all the hype. Everybody talks about the Cowboys year in and year out, but I don't want to see a regular season team. I want to see what you can do in the playoffs, and that's where we're at and where we stand right now with the Bengals.
But so far, he looks like a proven quarterback this year. Tonight, 21 for 27, 234 yards, 3 touchdowns, no INTs. On the year, he's got 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Well,
he looks proven this year.
Well, then that just comes down to Hugh Jackson's putting him in the right situations to win these games.
Okay.
But what's great about it is Dalton has the players around him on the offensive side to get the job, on the offensive side of the ball to get the job done. So his job is to get the ball into his playmakers' hands. Make those reads, get the ball out of your hand, and let those guys go. And right now, they're doing that. They're on top of the AFC North right now. He's balling. He's doing what he's doing what he's supposed to do. Like that when they came back from 17 points against the Seahawks a couple weeks ago, that was a turning point for them that season. At home, it's hard to play in Cincinnati. I'm telling you. I played in that stadium. It's tough. Those crowd. I mean, those fans, when they're around you, they're on you 4 quarters. So it's difficult. But I think if he keeps developing it and doing the things that he's been doing so far, I think they have a chance. They have a shot.
Yeah, it's the difference between, when you look at a guy like Dalton, we've seen this before. He's had success as a regular season quarterback, but that's the difference between a Nick Anderson and a Robert Ory. You know what I'm saying? I need to count on you when it's showtime.
Yeah, right.
You got to hit that shot, and that's what you need to see from Andy Dalton this year in the playoffs.
Well, I mean, he's like you said, he's doing what he can do right now. They're 8-0. Yep. He's playing some good football. Pro Bowl caliber football. Can we say he's going to the Pro Bowl this year?
I would say so.
Yeah, he deserves it. His team is undefeated.
Peyton. He might go over Peyton.
Peyton's looked horrible this year so far. Besides the game on Sunday against Green Bay.
Okay.
But before that, Peyton's just looked bad. I don't know. Peyton's arm is just
we can say that he goes, all right, so he'll go to the Pro Bowl this year over Peyton. Do you think they get the bye week? The first round? First round?
Oh, yeah. They're going to win. They're going to win their division. Well, hands down, they're running away. Nobody's even close. They've beaten Pittsburgh. They just beat Cincinnati, and I think they've beaten Baltimore. They've beaten all three. They're 3-0 in their division. So it's going to be tough for any team to really try to keep up with them. But in AFC, you still got the Patriots who are undefeated. You still got the Broncos that are undefeated. So you got those 3 teams right there that are going to be fighting for that home field advantage in that bye week throughout the playoffs. So it's going to be fun. That's gonna be fun to watch.
How many? Before we go into the next topic, how many wins in this playoff does he need to go to the next level for him to be the next level quarterback? I think that the Super Bowl is just out of the mix. You go ahead and take that off. The Bengals aren't winning.
No, they're not. I don't think they're. It's gonna be tough with the way New England's playing, and I'm not sure about. Well, Denver's defense is absolutely balling, but. The Bengals, I want to see them win a playoff game. Marvin Lewis has been there for so long, and then he's 0-6 in the playoffs. They have not got it done in the playoffs. He's had some great teams, but when you're counted on is what you can do in the playoffs, and they just have not done anything. When you're 0-6 in the playoffs, that's bad. Dalton's 0-4, so it's like, and they've been to the playoffs the last five out of the last 6 years, and they've lost 4 straight. So they got some work to do.
And that kind of leads us into our next topic. You still on with this, Emory? I know it's you out in Jersey, you on that East Coast time. You still on or
late night?
Oh, what's up?
I'm still on. I'm still here.
You still on? Okay, we're still rocking there. We're still rocking. That kind of leads us into the next our next topic, because I was telling you earlier. If the Cincinnati Bengals did not go to at least the AFC Championship, is Marvin Lewis gone? Is it? I'm asking you. You're gonna throw in your 2 cents.
Yeah,
I know you're gonna throw in your 2 cents.
I'll let Emery go first.
What's up, man?
You attack that one first.
It's tough. It's tough to. You know what? Because I've made this comparison before. I think Marvin Lewis's tenure is parallel to what Jim Mora was like when he was with the New Orleans Saints. Saints had been downtrodden for a very long time. In comes Jim Mora. The Saints get their first playoff appearance in franchise history, and they have the Dome Patrol. They have great teams. They get to the playoffs each and every year, and they lose each and every year in the first round. Mm-hmm. And it was like, man, this guy has brought our franchise up to where they were respectable around the league. We get to the playoffs every year. It's expected now, but we don't win. So at some point, you have to decide, okay, have we reached the ceiling with this guy? And it's unfortunate because when you look at Marvin Lewis and you look at that history of Cincinnati, after Esiason left up until Lewis got there, they were terrible.
Awful.
And so
absolutely terrible. Yeah.
The expectation has risen to where we expect the Bengals to be good and competitive, but they can't break through that glass, called the playoffs. And it'll be hard to turn the other cheek after this season if they don't get at least one victory in the playoffs. Now, granted, they may have a bye, so they're going to be in the second round by default, but they're going to have to win that divisional game if they don't play that wild card game.
You guys can you can call me the hater. You can call me what you want. I agree with that. If he doesn't go to the AFC Championship, at least Marvin Lewis should be replaced. 13 seasons. Yo, he's been back since Chris Henry, since Hushmanzada, since Chris Perry was at running back. Look how
Chad
back.
Johnson,
look at
Carson Palmer. He's had guys.
Look at the people who's come through that organization.
He
has no playoff wins, not one playoff win.
That you've had talent. But that talent's not getting it done. I think they're right now they're going to have they're going to win one playoff game this season. But do I think he deserves to get fired? No. He's like you said, he's been there for 13. This is his 13th year. That's a long time. Most coaches they're not there that long. I think Bill Belichick, he's been there longer than Marvin Lewis. So Marvin Lewis is what the second leading coach, longest tenure behind Belichick. Mm-hmm. But does he deserve to get fired if they don't win a playoff game? I don't think so. Why? Because look what he's done. Let's just go back to 2012, 10-6, 2013, 11-5, 2014, 10-5. They lost in the first round. This year they're 8-0. So he's put together a good nucleus of players that believe in him and they understand his system. He runs a good system, a tight ship. His defense, he's got ballers over there, and he's taken some players like Pac-Man Jones, Vontez Burfict, guys that have history of getting in trouble, and now these guys are playing not as reckless as they've been normally playing. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. That sounds. You know what you sounded like when you were naming off the 10-6 and the 11-5. It's like that rapper with the hot mixtape, but then the album flops. That's what that sounded like to me. Yo, that mixtape is hot, but the album is flopping. They cannot flop
in the playoffs again this year. They have to win. But is he going to get fired? No. They extended him to 2016. It's not like he's going 2-14. Ken Wisenhunt just got fired on Sunday. He's what, 3-23 since he's been in Tennessee. Yeah. I was on that team last year. We were 2-14. It was bad. It was awful. We lost 10 straight games. But it's all about winning. Yeah. If you win, you're going to be there. If you lose, you're going to get replaced. That's just how it goes. You get replaced. New coaching staff comes in. New coaching staff brings new players in. There's always turnover. But like I said, what they're trying to do, they want to keep him there. He's been there for a long time. If he was going to get fired, he should have got fired years ago.
Okay.
Long time ago.
So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to get into to this week's picks. This week's predictions. Picks and predictions. I just made that up since I'm in my rapper mode right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call out the game. I'm gonna the matchup this week, and I want you two just to give me who you think is gonna win that matchup and just a quick synopsis why. You guys ready?
Yeah.
So starting off, why would the NFL.com do that when I'm in the middle of trying to talk? Miami versus Miami Buffalo. Miami at Buffalo.
Miami
fellas
at Buffalo.
Miami at Buffalo.
Is Tyrod Taylor back?
He doesn't know if he's playing.
Well, if you know what, Miami's just look bad. I know Dan Campbell's coming in trying to turn that team around.
It's 2-1.
Hey, you know what? But still, I can't go with Miami. I got to go with Buffalo. In Buffalo, Rex Ryan, that defense.
Emery.
Yeah, I like Buffalo. I mean, you look at an aggressive defense going against a quarterback that's tentative versus pressure, to put it lightly. Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo on that one.
Green Bay, Carolina, in Carolina.
Ooh, man, we should have saved that one for last. That might be the biggest game this weekend.
That's the Monday. All right. We'll go back to that one.
Yeah.
St. Louis, Minnesota, in Minnesota.
In Minnesota, I got to go with Minnesota. Minnesota's looking good. Teddy Bridgewater, second year, rookie. AP is back, looking like AD all day.
Stephon Diggs.
They got a good team. They're right there. They're going to compete for that NFC North.
I like Minnesota because when you look at all things being equal, these are the same teams. Both defenses are excellent. Yep. They have tremendous talent at receiver and in the backfield. The difference is quarterback play. And that's why I think Bridgewater and the Vikings win.
Okay. Yes, Washington at New England.
Oh, come on, man! This is a no brain in New England. Tom Brady versus Kirk Cousins, really? Come on, Washington. I'm sorry, you guys are not beating New England this week.
Yeah, I like the Patriots. I mean, you look at Kirk Cousins going against Bill Belichick-led defense. He struggles versus any other defense and has gotten bailed out. And I think that luck will run out in this ball game. Although they had 2 weeks to prepare, they won't have that luxury of beating the Patriots.
Tennessee at New Orleans.
Man, my former team from last season. It's
watch what you say. You're gonna get some text messages.
Man, it's I don't know. This is a tough one. Why I would say that? Because most teams, when your coach gets fired, you play with a different mentality. Okay. It's almost like you play. You should always be playing with a chip on your shoulder, but it just feels different. But I can't go against New Orleans, man. They're in the dome. New Orleans is in the dome. I got to go with NO. Got to go with NO.
The Saints win this one big. I don't even know if Mariota is going to be 100% back there in the pocket. So if that's Mettenberger, he's a sitting duck, and Rob Ryan will definitely unleash the hounds, so to speak, on Mettenberger. I like the Saints.
Here's my sleeper game: Jacksonville at New York Jets.
Ooh, Blake Bortles.
That's my sleeper game, man. Jacksonville.
They're looking good this year, but I can't go against the Jets. They got Revis, they got Cromartie, they got Coach Todd Bowles. They slipped up last week against the Raiders. I thought even though the Raiders are looking good, but the Jets, depending on how well Fitzpatrick's thumb is feeling, I'm gonna go with the Jets this week.
I think this one may be 7-3 Jets. Because you have the defense of the Jets going against Blake Bortles, and you have Ryan Fitzpatrick who's injured. I think they should put Geno in the game and allow the boy to cook. But
wow, man!
So that's going to neutralize
Jets fans. I ain't say that.
I like the Jets.
Oakland at Pittsburgh. I gotta go with Oakland, man. I'm sorry.
That's my team.
Man.
The Raiders.
The boys look good, man.
Yeah, they do.
Look good, man.
Young Derek Carr, Amari Cooper, dynamic duo right there. Defense with Khalil Mack, and then the great Charles Woodson, 36, 37, 38 years old, still out there balling. So, gotta salute you, bro. Silver and black, going to Pittsburgh on the road, getting a W.
Yeah, I like the Raiders as well. Keep an eye on that offensive line. Gabe Jackson, left guard, I think is probably one of the top 3 or 4 guards in the league right now, and that offensive line is going to obliterate Pittsburgh up front. I think you may see Latavius Murray run for over 150 yards in this game.
Ooh, yeah, nice. you got 2 receivers here, and you're going to highlight a guard?
Yeah, man.
What?
The running back right here.
Oh, man, we like to see points. We like to see points. The ball's got to be in the air. Man. Let the ball fly.
Playoffs?
Let it fly.
Atlanta at San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco, they have got problems after problems after problems. Kaepernick finally got benched. Mm-hmm. About time he needed. It's about time he's sitting on the sideline. He needs a watch, but gotta go with the other team. Gotta go with ATL with Julio Jones, Matt Ryan.
It wouldn't surprise me to see Kaepernick back in this game because that's Blaine Gabbert out there starting. It sounds great on paper. Like, you know what? We're going to give Gabbert a chance until after the first quarter when he's sacked about 15 times. I'm going to and 14 of those will be because he sacked himself. So I think the Falcons will knock out the 49ers very early in this ballgame. This may be the blowout of the week.
It might be, man. Blaine Gabbert.
What was he, like 2-17?
He was another first-round pick.
2-7.
Another first-round pick.
NFL, y'all just giving out money, man.
Show me the money.
New York Giants at Tampa Bay.
Oh, this is a trap game right here for the Giants. This is a big-time trap game. Jameis Winston's looking good, finally coming around. Yep. Last week, the defense really helped Tampa Bay out to beat Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Atlanta, which has looked really, really good this year. But I got to go with the G-Man. They put up big points last week against New Orleans. They didn't come out on top. Eli looked good throwing the ball to Odell Beckham, who had 3 touchdowns. So got to go with Eli and them G-Men.
Yeah, I think this game will look a lot like last week's game. I think you're going to see a lot of points scored because I think both teams are the same team. But I agree with Derek, man. I'm going with the Giants in this one. I think because I can trust their defense just a little bit more so than I could trust Tampa's on a week-to-week basis.
Right.
Denver at Indy.
Peyton Manning, Denver, that defense, Keep to lead. Chris Harris.
Indy. Yeah.
Andrew Luck has not looked like the Andrew Luck that we've been accustomed to seeing the past 2 to 3 years.
Fired the OC, Pep Hamilton.
Yep, so things are changing. They honestly knew Indy, they were a Super Bowl favorite coming into this season. Mm-hmm. And now it's almost like they've just self-destructed. You bring in Frank Gore, you bring in Andre Johnson, you have T.Y. Hilton, you draft the receiver from Miami. He's hurt. So they got problems, and Andrew Luck's not playing like the Andrew Luck that we know. So I got to go with Denver.
Yeah, I think that defense is going to feast on Andrew Luck's ability to hold the football entirely too long. So I say Denver wins. But, it's tough with the Colts because they do have offensive weapons. But that defense, I mean, when you look at, they can go 3-4 wide, but Denver can go, with their nickel and dime corner and be just as strong as they are with their first and second corners. So I like Denver.
Yeah, you gotta go with Denver. You seen not to mention, you seen what they did to Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers last week. Like they strictly shut them down.
They played
well.
Down. Defense looking good, man.
Shut
Wade
them
Phillips
down.
defense. Philly at Dallas.
Oh, this is a good one. Well,
I can't
stand Dallas, plain and simple. Why? Cowboy fans, I can't stand y'all. Man, y'all just get on my nerves. Every year you guys think you guys are going to the Super Bowl. One of my boys he's a lifelong diehard Cowboys fans, and that's all he talks about. But I got to go with Philly this week.
Don't have Cowboy fans outside the studio,
man. Cowboy fans, you guys just live in like a whole nother world, just thinking bubble. Every single year you guys are gonna make the Super Bowl, but you're not that good.
Yeah, I like the Eagles. I think they're going to harass Matt Castleback. I don't know why they don't start Kellen Moore, but you know what? They keep giving Matt Castle money, so obviously they see something in them. But I like the Eagles.
The Monday night game, Chicago at San Diego.
Man, I got to go with San Diego on this one. Wow. This will be another bounce back game for them. Well, they're behind in AFC in the AFC, but they got a lot of work to do. I want Phillip Rivers. He's had a good year so far this year.
He's the lead.
Yeah, he's leading the league in passing yards right now. The team, they're not where they want to be. My Raiders are ahead of them.
Keenan Allen is out.
He's out. He's on the IR. So now they're going to be looking for another playmaker on the outside. They still got Malcolm Floyd, but I got to go with San Diego this week.
Yeah, and it's tough because Jay Cutler's having a really good season too. But the problem is they're going to probably be without Matt Forte, and that's a huge part of their offense. So I agree with you guys. I'm going with San Diego.
All right, and the last but not least, the one you guys wanted to wait on. Here we go. Green Bay at Carolina.
Man, this is going to be a great game. Why? For one, Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. They're damn near pissed off about what happened last week against Denver. Denver absolutely embarrassed them on Sunday Night Football. So for you to get embarrassed on Sunday night, you got to come in and play with a chip on your shoulder. Carolina, they look good. Cam Newton is absolutely balling. Without Kelvin Benjamin, the guy that he's relies on a lot, they're undefeated. So great game, but I'm gonna give the slide. Are they playing in Carolina?
In Carolina.
Ooh, man, I got to go with Carolina because their defense is playing lights out right now.
That's a good pick right there, but I'm going with Green Bay, and the reason why I like with both of these teams, I think do exactly the same thing how they attack you. They can go 4 and sometimes empty because you got the quarterback as the quote unquote runner. The difference is when Carolina goes empty, Green Bay, just like Denver, can match up with their third and fourth corner and their safeties. Everyone back there are ball hawks. And I think Cam Newton at times can be inaccurate. Right. Those inaccurate passes will get picked off versus Green Bay. I think they'll win in a close, like 17-10 type game. It's going to be close, but I think because of the consistency of Green Bay's offense, being able to use a short passing game as their running game if their ground game is not working. We saw what Ted Ginn is able to do.
Big play threat.
When the game is on the line. We saw that. So I think it's going to be a close game, a fun game, a defensive battle, but I like Green Bay.
You guys just got it from the Czar. Yeah. That's the Czar that just gave you guys that knowledge right there, man. Hey, we're wrapping up right now, but hey, we want to thank you for coming on, man. Let the people know your social media and tell them about the 2 books in the back because I'm in those.
You're over there stunting back there.
I'm in the books. Let the people know how to find you, man. Let them know how to find you.
They can find me on Twitter at FBall Game Plan, and on Instagram and Vine and Facebook. It's simple, Football Game Plan. And behind me, I don't know if you guys can see those 2 lovely books back there, but behind me, 2 books we came out with in the summer. Brandon is in one of them, and both of them, sorry. It's Football: A Love Story and What Did Football Teach Me? We interviewed over 100 current, former players, coaches, analysts, executives, entertainers about their love of the game, what the game taught them, what they got in, what got them involved, and why they stay involved in a game of football. And if you can see right there, the other book, Stiff Arming Football Myths was another book we came out with last year, where we took about 50 of these fairy tales that people think are true about the game of football and debunked them. Like, people think that size matters. People think that you get better by sitting on a bench. We took a look at those myths and debunked those well. But they can find those on our website at footballgameplan.com/books.
Hey, make sure you guys hit him up. Hey, we appreciate the knowledge, man. We appreciate all that. Good luck to you. Appreciate you coming on. And hey, man, I know it's past 12:30, 1 o'clock there.
It's late out there, man.
You can go ahead and take the jacket off, put your Huggy Bear pajamas back on, man, and go to bed, man.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on. If you guys only know, I have on shorts underneath, so this is just for the, I knew I was gonna be on top, top up. So
but it's TV, man.
Yeah,
it's TV.
You're good.
It's TV.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Em.
Keep chopping with the show, guys.
Okay.
All right.
No
Thank you, man.
So as we get closer to the wrap up, your player of the game. We got to talk. We got to give a player of the game right now for this wrap up.
Tonight, man, I got to go with, who do I want? Man, I got to go with Dalton. I got to give it Andy Dalton. Tonight, why? He just looked good. Andy Dalton looked good, man. Who you want? You want to throw Eifert? Okay, who's throwing on the ball?
Okay.
Who's throwing on the ball?
It doesn't matter.
Andy
he has
Dalton.
to.
Hey, he's okay. 3 touchdowns, 50-something yards.
Bro, 21 for 27. That's cool. That's a great completion.
Then we got to go with two guys.
234 yards.
2 guys.
234 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Hey, look, you asked me who I wanted, right? Player
no, but I asked you who you wanted, but you had to give like a valuable option. Like,
and that's a valuable option.
Bro, 5 catches, 53 yards, 3 touchdowns.
So you looking at the touchdowns. He got the hat trick. I like it. I like it. He got in the end zone, but he ain't do no dance in the end zone, though. He got in, but he doesn't look like a do a dance. He's a Notre Dame guy. He should have did a dance.
He doesn't.
If he would have did something that'll stick, that'll make me be like, okay, he deserves it. But no, I'm going to go with Dalton tonight. It's Thursday night, man. It's Thursday night.
You guys got to hit us up on Twitter. You guys got to hit us up. You need to let us know who was your player of the game, what you all think about it. That's pretty much the show right now. Hey,
right there, man. This is first show, y'all.
First Thursday night football show. That has to make you guys want to watch next week, because next week is the Buffalo Bills
and New York Jets.
Is it at New York or is it? Is it in Buffalo?
I think it's in New York.
I think it's in New York.
I think it's in New York. So that's gonna be a. It's Thursday night, man. It's just another big game. NFL trying to make more money.
Let's just hope that it's actually a game. I haven't seen a Thursday night football game that's actually been a game.
True. Well,
they've been blowouts.
Well, yeah, because the away team, they're traveling, they're on the road. You got to get on a flight. You're only practicing maybe Tuesday. You flying in Wednesday. You coming in on Wednesday. Body's still, like I said earlier, your body's not recovered from Sunday's game. So most of the time, the road team is not going to win on Thursday night. That's just fact. That's just how it goes. The road team, they just don't show up. It's almost like they're just not ready to play.
We gotta get a stat on that. We gotta check that out. That definitely has to be a stat that the NFL has to look at. You think there'll ever be a Thursday night game in London? You think they could do that because they're doing those 3 games? Yeah,
on a short week, no. If you're playing Sunday and trying to play Thursday in London, that's just too much travel. That's a long flight. If you're flying from Miami to London, what's that? 6 hours? It's a long flight.
5-6 hours.
5-6 hours. So it's a long flight. If you're coming from the West Coast, it's even longer. But most West Coast teams aren't playing in London. Most of those teams that are playing in London are East Coast teams.
And I just thought about it, man. They play at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right
here
in
the West Coast.
Well, West Coast, we wake up watching football. We wake up watching football. Yeah. Some people got to work.
We still got a little bit of time, so we still got to talk. We still talk a little bit more football, man. We can definitely talk a little bit of football.
What's going on in the world today? Anybody? Let me see if anybody hit me up on Twitter to ask.
No, this is Thursday night football.
It's Thursday night, but if they asking.
We are done now. Actually, we are done now. We're going to go ahead and end this session. We were having too much fun. We didn't want to end. Thursday night football. Like I said, I'm Brandon London. You can catch me at Cultured Athlete on all my social media sites. My boy right here is...
I'm Derek Hagan. You can catch me on Twitter at dhagan80. That's where I'm at. Talk to me. Let me know your thoughts, feelings about tonight's Thursday night football. It was our first go-around. We had a good time, and see y'all later.
Peace.
Deuces.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.